Greetings, fellow grammarians, and by that I mean the 4 or 5 people who watch my grammar videos. Today I'd like to add some thoughts to the video that I made yesterday. I'd like to elaborate a little bit on what I presented yesterday. So if you'll be patient, we might actually learn something. Through my grammar videos, I've shown that there are many ways to classify and organize noun complements. In my previous video, number 14a, I presented the 11 application version of ordering noun complements. Here in this video, I'll show you how I transition from the 11 application version to the 10 application version. Explaining the transition from the 11 application version to the 10 application version seems to be, to me at least, much easier than trying to explain the reverse. In other words, I talked about this a little bit. Now I'd like to move to the 10 application version, okay? Now here's the chart that shows the 6 base forms, that's in green, and with this you get 11 applications, okay? We talked about that a little bit yesterday. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to remove application number 9 or base form 5.5. I'd like to remove this because we can incorporate these examples into one or two of these applications. Okay, so we want to remove this one here. Can it be done sensibly? Well, let's try it. From the chart above, we select application 5.5. That's a noun as a base form. But we know from my previous video that application 5.5 can be realized in 2 grammatically distinct ways. So we saw that 5.5a, mutable noun complements proper noun cataphoric, is one way, and 5.5b, mutable noun complements proper noun anaphoric, in other words, it's complementing backwards, is another distinct way. So here you have your complement, complementing in the forward direction, and here you have your complement complementing backwards. Okay, we talked about that. We recall the examples from my previous video. 5.5a, okay, you see your sentence here, your sample sentence, and you see you have president, which is your noun, and it's your noun complement. All right, it's a noun complementing a noun. It's a proper noun. Now here we have 5.5b, we have the noun president. It's lowercase, see it's mutable. It can be uppercase or lowercase, that's why I classify it as mutable. So you have your noun, which is a noun complement, and is complementing in the backwards direction. It's complementing the proper noun Truman. So we talked about that a little bit. But the thing is, can we get rid of this and move these examples to another application? Now, to remove application 5.5 entirely, we must transfer the inherent features of both applications, 5.5a and 5.5b, to other applications. First, we incorporate application 5.5a into application 5.4, which yields this chart entry. In other words, on the chart, we'll see this. 5.4, proper noun complements proper noun. So you see, we took an example from application 5.5a and we fit it into this application, and you see it right here. President Truman. It works and it fits in this application. Next, we incorporate application 5.5b into application 5.2, which yields this chart entry. You'll see this on the chart. 5.2, common noun complements proper noun. So you see this example, all right, fits nicely into this application. Truman president. So here we had the mutable noun uppercase. Here we have the mutable noun lowercase, but it fits into these applications, all right? Once applications 5.5a and 5.5b have been incorporated into the other applications, you will have your new 10 application chart. which will look like this. Okay, here we have the 10 applications. All right, we got rid of one of them. We still have our base forms in green. Every base forms. This base form noun has 4 different applications now. This base form 6 adjective has 2. So there you have the 10 application version of classifying and categorizing base forms. This is really concise and simple, but I like both ways. This is for the viewer to decide which one does he or she like best. So what we're left with in the end is we still have our base forms, the 6 base forms. We talked about that in many videos. And then we have a list here. This is showing just the applications. We're just listing them so you can see them clearly. And you have 1 through 10. See here you have prepositional phrase complements a common or proper noun. Bushel of potatoes, load of crap, Robin of Sherwood. See, the prepositional phrase can complement a common noun like bushel or a proper noun as in this Robin. Okay? The infinitive, number 2, complements a common noun. I couldn't find any instances in my mind where an infinitive or a noun clause complements a proper noun, so I just list common noun here. You have the infinitive complements common noun. Will to live, drive to succeed, strength to continue. Then here you have number 3, noun clause complements common noun. Hope that he'll win, fear that she'll fall, notion that he is honest. I just couldn't find or think of a situation where a noun clause complements a proper noun. Maybe you can, but I couldn't find one. Application number 4, distinction phrase or distinction clause complements a common noun or a proper noun. Book that is blue, wine that she loves, Yankees that we know. Now here you see that the distinction clause that we know complements a proper noun, Yankees. So in this situation, somebody watching a baseball game would see the Yankees lose 20-0, and the diehard fan would say, well, gee, the team we just watched was not the Yankees that we know, you see? So you have the proper noun and the complement. Then you have application number 5, common noun complements common noun. We talked about that. Number 6, common noun complements proper noun. Number 7, and so forth. So we went through this in previous videos, but now we see how we can neatly and concisely categorize and classify them. There are many different ways. I went over that in my videos, and you can choose the one you like best. But this here is a nice one. It's a nice, neat, and clean version. And I wanted to present that. So that's it for today. Thanks for being incredibly patient, and I hope to see you soon. Good night.